So much for joining me live today. If you are here, say hello in the chat. Let me know where you are watching from. I have my eye on the chat. If you're catching this on replay, say replay so I can shout you out as well. And before we dive in, I want to give a quick apology for my background here. We are moving at the end of the week, hence why I'm in a more barren space than typically normal. So thank you for bearing with me as far as that goes. So, again, if you're joining live, say hello in the chat. Now, today I wanted to come on quickly because it is the final day. We are down to the final hours of early enrollment in my 3-month group coaching program, Resilient. So, if you are interested in joining us, time is very quickly running out to secure your spot and to take advantage of that early bird rate. The link is here on the screen. It's melodywilding.com/resilient. But what I wanted to do today is a little ask me anything, because I know there are many people out there that are thinking of joining the program, that are wondering if it might be able to help them. So today I wanted to come on and give you a little bit of an inside peek inside of the program and to answer some of those most common questions that I'm getting from folks. And I wanted to do this because I highly value integrity and transparency. Integrity in that I really highly value being someone of my word. I value delivering programs and coaching that is of the highest quality, that is best in class. And transparency because I know you have a lot of options out there. There are hundreds, thousands, millions of coaching programs you can choose from. How do you know which one is right for you? And I have also been in situations myself where I have invested in a program, and then what I received on the other side didn't exactly match the promise or didn't exactly match what I was marketed to and how it was sold as. So I want to dispel some of that mystery. I actually want to take you inside our platform today and describe to you a little bit more about how this program works so that you can make the best decision for yourself. So again, if you are joining live, say hello in the chat. I see we have some folks joining us. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see if this cooperates. All right, wonderful. So you should all be able to see that. I want to start at the beginning here. I want to start with a little more about what the heck is Resilient. Hey, Wendy, great to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Now, what in the world is Resilient? You might have heard me talking a lot about this. You may have seen some of my posts or my emails about this program. Well, Resilient is my 3-month group coaching program that is specifically designed to help sensitive strivers, that is, people who are high performing but also highly sensitive, to help you regain your confidence, master your emotions, and channel your sensitivity for success at work, and actually leverage your sensitivity for the gift and the strength that it can be instead of allowing it to get in your way. Now, I've been running this program for close to 3 years now. This really came about. Hi, Clara. Wonderful to have you here. Clara was saying she's taken my courses on LinkedIn Learning. I'm so glad you enjoy those. So if you have enjoyed my courses on LinkedIn Learning, you'll want to listen up because Resilient is basically that times 100. So I have been running this program now for just about 3 years. It really evolved out of the pandemic because I saw sensitive strivers in my community really craving community, connection, but also needing direction, also needing training and tools to be able to deal with the uncertainties, the stressors, the pressures that they were facing. Hi, Kara. Great to have you here. Now, I like to call Resilient my university for sensitive strivers. I really consider it that because it's all of my best teaching, training, tools, resources, all in one place. And over the past 3 years, I've invested countless, countless hours into Resilient. Actually, this past year, I worked hands-on with a learning designer, my good friend, Emily Walker. We worked together for over 6 months to really completely overhaul the program, redesign it, make the curriculum more comprehensive, and really make sure that every step of the journey in this program is designed to take you from insecure to empowered in your career and life as a sensitive striver. Now, what I really love about this program is that it combines the best of all worlds when it comes to asynchronous online learning elements and real time coaching in person, well, real time elements. So, let me talk about the first side first, this asynchronous side. I'm going to give you a sneak peek into our classroom, into that in just a moment. But we have an online classroom where all of the modules for the program are stored. We have, over the course of 3 months, you receive content dripped out to you every week that you can watch on your own time, on your own schedule. Now, those videos are very bite sized. Each video is no longer than 10 to 15 minutes in length. Every week, there may be 3 to 4 videos to watch. So, I've really been careful and very mindful to design the content in this program to fit into your life as a busy professional. I know that you don't have time. I know that you don't have the bandwidth to sit down and watch an hour-long rambling video where you have to even pull out what are the most valuable nuggets. We've done all that hard work for you. So these videos are distilled down, the lessons are distilled down to get right to the point, to give you the actions you need to take. Now, the other part of this program, what's really at the heart of this program, is not only our curriculum, but also the community and the coaching elements. And this is what I think really sets Resilient apart from a lot of other programs that are out there. That during the 90 days, the 3 months we would spend together, you get hands on coaching from me and my team to really help you navigate roadblocks, to help you implement all of the tools you're learning in the program around overcoming overthinking, navigating imposter syndrome, trusting your judgment, having more executive presence, speaking up without hesitation, being able to think on your feet. We're there guiding you along the way, actually helping you apply what you're learning. So we do this through live office hours every other week, and we have 90-minute coaching calls every week. I'll get to more of that in just a second. Now, you may be wondering, well, this is sounding great, but how do I know if this is actually for me? So, Resilient is for you if you identify deeply with being a sensitive striver. If you are a deep thinker and feeler, you are someone who is driven, you always want to be doing and achieving more to really capitalize and maximize your own growth. You are someone who is kind, compassionate, committed. Maybe you are all of those things to a fault. If that describes you, then this program will speak to you. It is made for sensitive strivers through and through. It's also a great fit for you if you are someone who is a mid-career professional. The people who are best suited for this program are at least 10 years into their careers. And our typical sort of person who joins the program are managers, senior managers, director level, as well as seasoned individual contributors. So individual contributors who are further down in their path. And now the beauty of this program is that we have folks joining us from all sorts of different industries, from countries across the globe. So you are really getting access to a very diverse, rich brain trust, a network that you can tap into. It's also a great fit for you if you have already done some degree of work on yourself. Now, this program is not necessarily for someone who is first taking their steps on their personal or professional development journey. So, this program is a great fit for you if you are someone who has read all of the professional development books. Maybe you've read my book, Trust Yourself, but you're having trouble bridging that gap between knowledge and insight and actual action and implementation and results. So many people join this program because they have read my book, Trust Yourself, and they really want that deeper coaching and connection. Okay, it's a great fit for you if you have a goal that you're striving towards. This could be something very tangible. It could be a new opportunity, a promotion, a new job, a bonus, a high profile project. We've had our members inside of Resilient receive all of those. Or it could be something more internal, something like greater work-life balance, more confidence and security within yourself, more assertiveness. So, what's most important here is that you have a clear goal you want to achieve. This program is not necessarily a great fit if you don't necessarily know what you want to do with your life. We need you to come into the program having at least somewhat of an idea of, yes, this is what I have my sights on, this is what I want myself to achieve. And lastly, you believe in your own potential. So that means you are willing to make yourself a priority. You are willing to commit the time to show up to our calls, to go through the lessons, to implement what you're learning. You get out of this program or any coaching program, frankly, you get out of it what you put into it. So let's talk on a macro, a higher level about what the resilient journey looks like. This program is really designed to take you from self awareness, understanding yourself as a sensitive striver, to mastery of yourself, to mastery with others. So, self awareness, being able to appreciate, leverage your traits as a sensitive striver. We also give you foundational tools for better managing your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy more effectively. That then brings you to being able to gain mastery of self, which is being more in control in stressful situations you may face when those challenges arrive, and being more adaptable to those, right? And then last, that mastery of self then translates to showing up more strongly, more in your power with others, being able to be more effective in your relationships and how you communicate with people, in how you lead in terms of your team, the relationships with the people you have around you. And as I'm going along, if you have questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer. All right, so I want to give you a sneak peek inside the curriculum itself. So, as I mentioned, we start with self awareness in month one. So, in pillar one, we talk about those foundational skills of managing your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy more effectively. We talk about how to build greater mental and emotional strength. Then in pillar two, in month two, we transition to self mastery, which for you as a sensitive striver means cultivating your confidence, strengthening your sense of inner self. So we talk about navigating and stopping imposter syndrome. We talk about trusting your judgment and the value you have to offer. And we also talk about setting boundaries so that you can regain that sense of balance and inner peace. And then in month three, this is where we bring everything together. We talk about leveraging your sensitivity to support your ambitions. So, regardless of whether you lead people or not, you still need to master the ability to lead yourself, to aim to achieve goals that are meaningful to you, all while building strong, positive relationships with the people around you. So, in month three, we talk a lot about powerful communication. So, taking that self awareness, self mastery, relating that outward to others by being more assertive and making your contributions known. Now, a lot of people have asked me, I can't quite get my head around how exactly this program works. So, I wanted to give you a quick program structure, a quick schedule of what an average week might look like. So on Monday, every other Monday, we have a live office hours Q&A call at 3 p.m. Eastern. Those calls are recorded in case you ever have to miss one, but these calls are your opportunity to get direct coaching about challenges you may be facing. On Thursdays, we have our 90-minute group coaching calls. This is where we go deeper on the content on the topic for that week. We have two formats for our 90-minute group calls. We have facilitated roundtable conversations where we give you questions or prompts to consider in advance, and we as a group discuss those topics. It's a little bit of lecture and coaching kind of mixed into one. Or we have what's called clarity sessions, where folks can sign up in advance to secure a block of 25-minute coaching. They bring a challenge to the group, and the group, the Brain Trust, my coaching team, we help you work through that challenge to arrive at clarity. And then on Friday, that's when the module for the next week drops. So that's when the new modules will appear inside your classroom. All right, so with that, let's take a look inside what the actual platform looks like. Again, because I want to make this more concrete for you. If you sign up for this program, what exactly are you getting? So let's take a look at that. Let me share my screen here. Give me one sec. All right, you should be able to see that now. And I want to give you a sneak peek of what the actual classroom experience looks like. So if you were to sign up for Resilient, you would immediately get access to our online classroom. As I said, this is where all of the modules are hosted. So this is really, think of this like your home base for the program. It's where all the video lessons are hosted, the call recordings, as well as all the resources. So we have our bite-sized lessons here. We also have a very, very comprehensive workbook. I like to say you should think of this as your program Bible. And let me show you a quick peek inside here. So this workbook is meant to be your companion throughout the entire program. So we have sort of follow along with the videos, we have reflection prompts, we also have a lot of great tools to help hold you accountable and track your actions. So you also get access to this workbook so that you actually have a deliverable to take away from this program and something to refer back to in the future. We also have a private community. So I'm not going to click on this here just to preserve everyone's privacy in there. But our private community is hosted on a platform called Circle. You may be familiar with it. It's basically if Slack and Facebook had a baby, it would be called Circle. And Circle, we use that because it's more secure. There's less distractions on there. So the online community is available to you 24/7. It's another place to ask questions, find support, celebrate your wins, communicate with your other group members. We also give you a podcast feed. So if you are someone like me who is obsessed with podcasts, then this is great because you can listen to all of the lessons this way, or you can listen to them again and reinforce your learning. And it never fails in the coaching programs I take. When I listen back to something again, I inevitably get different information out of it. Okay, let's see. I think that's everything that I wanted to take you through in here in the classroom. I just wanted to give you an idea of what that actually looks like here. And let me go back to my other screen share right now. Okay, perfect. Let me make sure. Great. So you might be wondering, geez, it seems like there's a lot to take advantage of. How much time will this actually take? So we like to say that you want to budget for at least 2 hours per week for your participation in this program. That includes time watching the modules, that includes how reflection time, it includes attending the calls. So we like to say at least 2 hours. On average, people spend about 3 hours on the program per week. But again, that may vary. I like to say think of this program a little bit like a buffet. We give you a lot of tools, content, structure, accountability to be successful. But part of going through this program is developing the discernment to take what you need and to use what you need. You also might be wondering, what if I have your book, Melody? Do I really need this course on top of that? And I would say that the book is an excellent complement to this. So my book, Trust Yourself, some of you may have read that. Now, in Trust Yourself, I only had about 4,500 words per chapter. So there's not that much detail I can get into in a single chapter of the book. So Resilient is different in the breadth and depth. So I cover more topics that I didn't have space to get into in Trust Yourself. And I cover some topics we touch on in the book, like overthinking. We cover those in significantly more depth and with a greater action orientation. And of course, in this program, you have live coaching, which you don't have access to in a book where you're left to implement everything by yourself. Unless you may be wondering, well, okay, all of this sounds great, but I still have questions. I'm still not sure if it's right for me. I want to invite you, if that is you, if you are on the fence, if you would be more comfortable, book a chat with me. I have just a few spots open for the rest of today since, again, the early bird rate expires later today. So if you are at all interested, then I'm happy to chat with you. I'm happy to talk about your goals, whether this is right for you, and to answer any questions you have. So that's just melodywilding.com/chat. Okay, let's see. Manoj had a question here. Can you please touch on makeup classes in case someone misses a group session, especially the first one? Great question, Manoj. So all of the calls are recorded. So if you ever have to miss a call, that's completely okay. We don't expect you to attend every single call. We know life and work happens. And so all of the calls are recorded. So if you had to miss the first class, you could catch that recording. We're also happy to touch base with you and give you any support that you need. My team is happy to walk you through parts of the platform if you need that support, but you can always catch the replay. Now, I will say that if you are interested in signing up for the program, we have, let me just go back here. We have two, you'll see here, our schedule again. So on Thursdays, we have two different group slots to choose from. We have a 3 p.m. Eastern group slot or a 5 p.m. group slot. When you sign up for the program, you would choose one. You would choose just one of these. And that would be your assigned time slot throughout the rest of the program. So we do this so that the groups can create closeness and cohesion. And so there's not people coming in and out and new faces. We want the groups to have trust and cohesion. So that is the reason why that is there. And these times in particular, we are working with clients from all over the world. We have folks in this program from Australia, Singapore, Europe, UK, US, East Coast, West Coast. So these times we've done our best to try to accommodate as many time zones as possible with these group times. So that is why they are the way they are. Okay, well, again, if you have any questions here, go ahead and pop them in the chat. I'm happy to answer. I'm happy to connect with you. Again, we're down to the final hours. So if you are interested in joining Resilient, now is the time because the rate will be going up at 11:59 Eastern time today. So if you are at all interested, feel free to send me a message. Feel free to book a call. You can also email us at hello@melodywilding.com. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope to see you inside the program. And if not, I will catch